When we first thought about the movie coming out on DVD, we were kind of excited about the possibilities of sharing it again with the audience, but we thought, is there anything new to add to it? And our first instinct was, no, absolutely not. It's a great movie and we like it the way it is. But then the more we thought about it, the more we thought, well, there are elements that we talked about when we made the original movie, and certainly elements that made it into the Broadway show that we thought, you know, they might make great additional material for the DVD. And one of the ideas that surfaced early on was the Morning Report.
The Morning Report was, quite simply, an extra song for Zazu, the King Mufasa's sidekick and assistant. And I just threw in a lot of rather bad animal puns.
We wrote it, and the lyrics are hilarious. And it works in the musical, it really does.
For me, it was really fun because I was used to working on that song in the theater, in the pit, which is very different than the luxury that I'm afforded here to work on film scores, where I've got all the musicians sitting in a studio where I can separate them all beautifully and mix everything right.
Mark Mancina had arranged it to be kind of slightly zydeco, and it's really a fun arrangement. But we really needed the voices of the African chorus to keep it tied into the mood of the rest of the picture.
I asked Lebo to do it because I felt like it's a straight-ahead sort of pattern number for Zazu, and I thought it would be important if we could add Lebo's choir to it to make it more African, and so I was real excited when we got a chance to record it for the new DVD.
Of course, our original young Simba had grown up a lot in the last 8 years, so his voice, Jason Weaver, who did a great job before, now was too old to play Simba. So we found this kid who is fantastic, Evan Saucedo, and he delivered a great version of the song.
There's so much continuity between creative people over the years that the very same people who created the original film can now come back and seamlessly integrate a brand new song, and you never know it wasn't there originally.
The Lion King movie is really, and always will be, the original theatrical release. But there's nothing wrong in adding a few things and telling people about thought processes and ideas that were rejected. I love all that. There's this lyric in Tim Rice's Circle of Life that says there's more to be seen than is ever, can ever be seen, and that's not true on this DVD. It's great to bring little pieces of film like Morning Report to the audience. It's a little kind of snapshot of what life was going on while our movie was being told, and Simba and Nala and Mufasa and our whole cast of characters were out telling our story. There was also this little sidebar bit of information that was going on, and it's a great chance to share it with the audience. We had this scene called Bug Football, and it was storyboarded by great storyboard artist Bernie Mattinson. And part of the fun of it is it tried to show the kind of fun lifestyle that Pumbaa and Timon led out in the jungle. Now, what was always good about putting these scratch or temporary versions of sequences together is Rob and Roger, the directors, would always do the voices, and they were like a built-in Pumbaa and Timon. So here's Bug Football with the voices of Rob Minkoff and Roger Allers, the directors of The Lion King. Here we go.
Timon intercepts!
Hey, Timon, that was my lunch.
He's to the 30, the 20, he fires the bug bomb! It's going deep. Pumbaa, you ate the ball! You're not supposed to eat the ball!
Oh, sorry.
You're benched.
Hakuna Matata didn't always start out with Pumbaa's verse. When Tim and Elton wrote the song, it actually came in with Timon first, singing about his life in the meerkat colony. We storyboarded it, and eventually we cut it because we thought, we can cut to the chase, hear about Pumbaa's lifestyle, and then go into what a relaxing kind of Lost Boys lifestyle they live out there in the jungle. So here's the missing Timon verse of Hakuna Matata.
Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Right.
Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
Well, that's not what I was taught.
Then maybe you need a new lesson. Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata.
What?
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Uh-huh. 2 little words that'll change your life.
Really?
Kid, I was not always the calm, cool meerkat you see before you. No, sirree. Why, when I was a young meerkat...
When he was a young meerkat.
Very nice.
Thanks.
I worked in the colony, paying my dues, accepting without question the prevailing views that a meerkat's life was one long grind.
That sounds rough.
Digging holes, standing guard till it crossed my mind. I was wrong.
He was wrong.
And all alone.
All alone.
All that I needed.
What did you need?
Was to have eaten.
Sit alone.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.
Ditto.
It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Does that really work?
Does it work? Oh, that's rich. Oh, Bumba. Tell him.
Listen to me, kid. Just sit down there. Have I got a story for you?
Well, Can You Feel the Love Tonight was the first song I wrote, and it was, at the time I wrote it, we didn't really have its place in the film completely fixed. We thought we did, but we didn't. And I must have written about 15 sets of lyrics for that, because having written one set of lyrics, which I sent to Elton, he came back with a beautiful tune.
I wrote it to be sung by the 2 lion cubs who were in love with each other. I was horrified to find, when I heard it sung by the warthog, "Can you feel the love tonight?" It was like, oh my God. It was a shock.
Can you feel the love tonight? All the signs are there. A starry sky and tons of tenderness.
Disaster in the air. And if he falls in love tonight,
No!
it can be assumed.
What?
His carefree days with us are history. In short,